Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to talk about the value of trusting the process. Before I get into this topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. If you need coaching, check out the link down below. And don't forget, every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, I run Massive Iron Live. All right, so let's talk about trusting the process. I was on Team Massive Iron. You can check that out at teammassiveiron.com. And we were talking earlier about the value of trusting the process. If I find someone that comes to me that can just trust the process, that can just be put on the tracks and just know that the tracks are going to take them to a safe spot, they're in a good place. If you can get someone in a place where they have sustainable progress, even if it's considered on the slow end, a little bit more moderate or slow progress, if you can put somebody on the tracks, get them to trust the process, even with slower progress, they can just trust it and they can just move forward. It's only going to take them to a good place. What I find as a coach is when you get somebody that doesn't trust the process, doesn't enjoy the process, it's going to start to get in their head and they're going to start to look for other programs. They're going to look for magic solutions. They're going to look for ways to expedite the process. And it basically becomes a big mind where they don't trust anything. They don't trust certain lifts. They don't trust certain splits. They start to demonize certain lifts or look for magic lifts. They start to demonize certain programs or look for magic programs. Things really start to rattle around in their heads and they really start to lose focus and they don't know what to latch onto. They don't know what is real. They don't know what is important. They don't know what to believe. Now, what does trusting the process mean? It means that when you have good things in place, and let's talk about this for a second, when you have these good things in place, you need to believe that they're going to take you down the road where you want to go, especially if you have your nutrition nailed. Now, if you don't have your nutrition nailed, then you're in a world of hurt. But if you have your nutrition nailed and you're in a good place with your nutrition, then if you have these things in place, you're in a good spot. These things are as follows. You're consistent with your training. You're training at least 3, maybe 4 days a week, maybe 5 days a week. It doesn't really matter. You're consistent around this area. You have a reasonable exercise selection, meaning for each major body part, chest, back, shoulders, quads, arms, you aren't just relying on 1 or 2 exercises. You have a good grouping of exercises that in combination are going to beat that muscle down each week. So you have consistency, you have a good exercise selection, you have some sort of a progressive overload approach that you are sticking to, right? And this is important. You don't just progress when you feel like it. You progress when that progression approach tells you to progress. But the weight feels heavy. We can't get into that. We can't. We have to trust form. You always have to trust form and push out of your head how heavy the weight feels. So beyond consistency and good nutrition and good exercise selection and progressive overload, those are really the keys when it comes to success. There are other variables in place that are required, but if you are crushing consistency and you are progressing and you have a good exercise selection and you're nailing your nutrition, you have an amazing foundation. You are on the tracks and it's going to take you to a good place. Now, if you find yourself in a position where you're not trusting the process, the question is, what can be done? Well, first and foremost, you could attach yourself to a good coach, somebody that knows the process, is familiar with the process. That way you can kind of take the paranoia or fear out of things. Or you can start to filter out the information that you're processing on YouTube or social media and try to look for consistent points between different styles. What are the major things that drive progress, and focus on these. In my 38 plus years of lifting and all my years of working with content development, probably over 20 years now, working with content development and studying workouts, my focus has always been on trying to look for similarities in programming, not differences. We want to look at what everybody is doing and not what the fringe is doing. So we don't look at high volume programs. We don't look at low volume programs. We look at what is kind of the average volume. What is kind of what everybody in the middle is doing. What exercises is everybody kind of gravitating towards, right? So that helps us develop an understanding of good, reasonable exercise choice, good, reasonable volume, etc., etc. Being in a place of doubt is a frustrating place to be. So you kind of need to ground yourself with one coach or one philosophy or someone you believe in, and just get on their tracks and understand that even if these tracks aren't optimal, whatever you believe is optimal, even if you're moving forward with solid progress and you're just sticking to it day in and day out, you're going to get to somewhere good. I'll just repeat this last point as a coach when I'm dealing with someone and I just know they're trusting the plot process and they're just on the tracks moving forward. I know they're going to head to a good place, because I know they're not out there every single day of their life worrying about all the minor details. When you trust the process, you're embracing the big picture and you're just moving forward. When somebody is not trusting the process, they're usually overanalyzing the minor details, and this is a cancer. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.